All right, so our last kind of texture that we're going to go over is stone. And there's, lots of different stone out there, lots of different ways that you can do stone. So to start with, I'm just going to have some nice round stones with some different kind of shapes to them. They don't follow any. Make sure they're round. Some might be bigger. Some might be smaller. Some different kind of stone shapes to fill this part of the page. Okay, nice and round. Okay. Then I'm going to shade my stones like little individual pieces. So they're all little individual stones. So almost like a bunch of little spheres. Around my edges is going to be dark. And then once I come up towards the middle, it's going to get lighter. Nice different value tone in there. Maybe my stone's got, some other little cracky texture lines because it's not flat. It's not a flat stone. It's not a nice round stone. Maybe it's got like a divot in it. So I might add a crack and just add some more dimension to it when I shade and add my value to it. So value is in pretty much everything that we've done to show texture. Okay, so then in between your stones, depending on how close or far away they are, you can decide on what you want to do with the spacing, because we wouldn't typically just leave it white in our drawing. We'd have to shade it somehow, add value to it, more texture, whatever. So you can either choose to have grass in between your stones, and then you would go in and add your little grass texture. Depending on if you're using color pencils or graphite, you could decide, well, maybe I don't want grass because I don't like the way it looks, and I feel like it just makes it look kind of sloppy, and I'm just not a huge fan of the way that grass looks in between my stone. Maybe I want it on part of it, but not the whole picture. So then maybe you're like, okay, I want to have a dark grout in between my stones. So then you would just shade really heavy with your pencil. And here I am putting a lot of pressure on my pencil so I can make sure I get that nice grout, dark grout in between my stones. Okay, so it's kind of up to you on where you're at and whether or not you want grass or grout. Okay, or maybe I don't want it to be that dark in between. You can choose to have a really light grout, and you would just shade real light in between the stones. So it's entirely up to you on what you want to do. Okay, so you also have the option, you have like cobblestones. Not all of your stones have to be round like this. You can be very regimented with your stones, like a stone walkway or something. So then maybe you have, a bunch of square type stones, and then you got the long brick-like stone, and they kind of alternate in that pattern, that kind of cobblestone stuff. And then you would just do the same thing as before to shade it. And add value to them. You know, whatever you want to do.